Feels good today. One thing I really like, other than the traffic, I love this fucking city. The environment, it's beautiful. So far, and you know, this is only my official second day here, which I'm only here till tomorrow. You know, then I'm riding up to Orlando and Daytona. But I love Florida so far. It's treating me great. Traffic sucks, but that's a given. Any major city, the traffic's gonna be horrible. But I love it here. It's beautiful. It's way different from Arkansas. I'll give it that much. I completely forgot to put my windscreen on before I left. But hey, shit happens. But it's a nice, beautiful Sunday. We're gonna get us a little bit of riding in today. We're gonna go work on this bike. Maybe we can get it running. I hope so, because that would be cool as hell. But I'm gonna record a lot of it for y'all, and we're just gonna have a hell of a time. I don't know how else to put it. I'm kind of new to this whole moto vlogging. Well, I'm not kind of new to it. I am new to it. There's no kind of to it. I've never done this before. You know, I'm brand new, fresh to the game. This will probably be like my second, third video, maybe.
Are you sure about that?
Depending on how I kind of split everything up. But, you know, I like it. It's fun. Traveling, adventuring. I don't get to do it very often, maybe once every couple of years, but by God, I love every minute of it. Back to my story from earlier. I completely forgot. Went back to the shame, rode my bike up there, you know, parked it next to all these other bikes, you know, all these recognizable bikes, which to me, like I said, is the coolest fucking thing. And, you know, I was fangirling, but, you know, on the outside, I was cool, you know, I was cool as a cucumber. On the inside, I was internally screaming like, holy shit. I'm sitting here having conversations with Shadetree Surgeon and Diplomat and Flip and Kyle and all of them from the Brapstar crew. And Marley. Meeting all these people was one of the coolest experiences I think I've had in my life. And I know that's not saying much, but, you know, they're regular people just like me and you. But on the outside, you know, while I'm sitting here at this bar, at the Dirty Shame, on the outside, I'm cool as a cucumber. On the inside, I'm internally screaming because it's like, holy, you know, yes, they're regular people and, you know, just like us. But they're still, you know, you look at people through a screen for 2 or 3 years, maybe longer. Hell, I don't know. I can't remember how long I've been watching the channels. But anyway, and then you're sitting here conversating with these people, shaking their hand, you know, drinking beers with them and hanging out. And fucking, it's so damn cool. Like, but anyway, so Shadetree actually, he actually asked me to walk outside. He asked to take a picture with me and the bike and Marley and him to so he could post it on his Instagram to share the story of it. Because, like, you know, it's an adventure. It's cool as hell. So I'll share his Instagram and everything down below, and I'm gonna screenshot the picture and post it somewhere. But it was cool. Like, that's that's amazing to me. I know normal people maybe, you know, oh, whatever, but to me that's like the coolest fucking thing. But anyway, guys, we're gonna get up here to Joe's house. It's about 30 minutes away. Y'all just enjoy the ride. I might B-roll. I think it's called B-roll. Yeah, I'm gonna B-roll a little bit of it and enjoy it. I'll get back with y'all in a little bit. kind of jumping back in here for a minute. I'm really regretting not putting my windshields back up or back on. It's sitting in my Airbnb right now, covered in bugs, because I'm running 60 miles an hour down the highway, down this expressway, and I'm getting pelted. It kind of hurts, I'm not gonna lie.
To stick on there properly, but it's coming along one little bit at a time.
Huh. I think it'll work.
They stuck out in a bunch of weird ways to accommodate the suspension and stuff on a like old Kawasaki.
Yeah.
So I had to cut all that off to flatten the back out.
Okay.
So that it would sit on the bike.
It works, it works.
Once I cover it with Flex Seal, just to get some of that texture, the color and the texture back.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be a tell.
Yeah, it's part of motorcycles, building shit.
I mean, this was an impossible task to begin with, and I'm making it.
Yeah.
And I figured out how I'm going to mount it. It's a 93.
Okay, so it's basically the same bike I had then.
Yeah, dude. Primo front suspension. Can you tell what happened here? Somebody bondoed the absolute fuck out of this.
Yeah.
They literally covered it in bondo.
That's what I was fixing to say, and it's rusty up in there, and they tried. And it probably looked good when it got done, but bondo don't age well most of the time, especially if it ain't done right.
Yeah, well that probably won't age well, but I'll just keep slapping more bondo on it as I go along.
Yeah.
That shadow is going to go through so many different paint jobs during the time that I have it, it ain't going to be funny.
Yeah. What, so you're donating this bike to him, to Forgotten to let him work on it, or?
I talked to Dave about it. He said he needs projects for his kids to keep him busy, especially with the pandemic.
Yeah.
And he wants stuff that he's going to tear all the way down, take the motor all the way down, put everything back together, and have good running bikes out of it. I was like, dude, I got 2 bikes with fucking titles. Take them.
Yeah.
I only got his 1600 into them between the 2.
That's not bad at all. And it lets them learn.
Yeah. And he's all like, you know, here, take this little receipt. Fuck the receipt for the taxes. I don't give a shit about that. I just want your kids to learn, and I want to see these bikes back on the road.
More of them, or more of us, less of them.
Exactly. But my thing is, I got 2 missions in life. Put new riders on the road, put old bikes back on the road. That's all I want to do.
I like it. Some kid will end up with it. They're going to love the hell out of it.
Hey, check this out.
For anybody that doesn't know, this guy, his name is Moto Meatball. We're all in the Shadetree Discord together. And, you know, he's the one that saved my ass on my Iron Butt run. First time I've done any driving in the last couple days with no GPS. I told him, lead the way, take me whatever way you want on these roads, and let's go get some food. I've been told since I got down here by different people, get you a Cuban sandwich. And by God, that's what we're headed to do, is go get a Cuban sandwich. I've never had one before, and I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, this guy, his name's Moto Meatball on the Shadetree Discord. If he has any social medias, I'll post them down below. But what he's doing is he's trying to help Forgotten Angels out. He's donating bikes to them, giving the kids something to work on, projects that they can tinker with, you know, learn how to ride on them. Which, you know, that's a blessing, you know. Honestly, it is. You know, everything Forgotten Angels does for these kids is a blessing. You know, these kids, they a lot of people, whenever they turn 18, you know, they're in the system. They turn 18, these houses throw them out on the street, give them a bag full of their stuff, chunk them out. You know, Forgotten Angels takes these kids in, and even though they're 18, you know, they're still learning life. They haven't had the opportunity to learn the things that they need to learn to survive, you know. So a lot of these houses use these kids as checks, because the more they have, the more checks they get. The whole Shadetree Army thing and Weems Motor Co and everything, they've been They've been trying to help these kids and help Forgotten Angels raise money for these kids. They just had a big raffle on a bike that Weems Motor Co. built, an old Triumph. And it was a beautiful motorcycle. And I believe they raised over $100,000 for it. And, you know, that's going to help these kids. It's going to help these kids learn what they need to learn, you know, help them build tiny homes and things to live in. It's amazing. You know, these people, even though most bikers are classified as bad people and blah, 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 and, you know, alcoholics or whatever you want to call us, you know, we're good people. Most of us, anyway. And, you know, that's kind of the thing, is like, especially when it comes to, like, even, you know, all of the Brapstar crew have said it themselves. Bad people doing good things. And that's what it is. You know, and one day, I hope that I have the opportunity to help people like they are, you know. That's something I wish I could do. You know, people have helped me this entire time. He's helped me himself. He sent me bags. He's building me a trunk for my bike for touring. You know, this man's a blessing. He saved my ass the other day on my Iron Bud run. He saved my whole run. If it wasn't for him, you know, I would have been stuck in Lake City, Florida until the next morning. Would have ruined my run. But I made it. You know, this man here, this man's a blessing. All of them are blessings, you know. I'm not a very religious person, but I believe in a little bit of it. But anyway, enough rambling, because I know that's what I was doing. Yeah, he's donated one bike so far. He's got a second bike ready to donate, and it's going to give these kids the ability to learn how to ride motorcycles and learn how to work on them and do their thing. And that's amazing, you know. Props to him. I think that's the coolest fucking thing. Those kids, you know, they're going to love it. They're going to love every second of it, hopefully. And the thing about it is, like we've said earlier, me and him were talking, you know, more of us, less people in cars. Put more people on the road, put old bikes on the road. Because motorcycling is amazing. You know, I've been riding now off and on for about 10 years. I've recently, like in the last 2 years, have started to dip myself into the culture. A lot more recent here lately, a lot heavier and more recent. I've started hanging out with a motorcycle club. It's right next to my house, but, you know, still hanging out with them. You know, I'm going to events, hanging out with people from the Discord, taking long trips. You know, this is my second road trip in 2 weeks. And I love it. I love every second of it. And that's the thing about it. If, motorcycles are made for fun. You know, yes, they are dangerous, but you know that. Getting on the back of this bike, you know that this machine is dangerous. Motorcycling is dangerous. We don't have cages. We don't have protection. It's sketchy as fuck. But that's life. Everything you do in life is going to be dangerous. You know, we're all going to go. We're all going to die. Nobody's living forever. It don't matter, you know, we might die next week. We might die 50 years from now. You might live to be 100. You might live to be 20. You never know when you're gonna go. So fucking live. Live your life. You know, I'm 26. I decided 8 months ago I wanted to make a trip to Florida. I wanted to go see these places that I've seen on screen for 2 or 3 years. And by God, I did it. I didn't plan much of it. You know, I planned a couple stops, but that was it. You know, also, my girlfriend lives down here now. You know, me and her have known each other for about 6-7 years now. We started dating probably about 6 months ago, 7 months ago, something like that. But anyway, we're here. We're going to eat and chill out. Dude, everybody's been hyping these sandwiches up. Man, I'm ready to have one.
This might not be the place.
think RuneScape started in like 2001. Something like that. It's old. I've been playing it since like 2006.
I can't lift my legs that high.
Oh.
I'll scoot out in front of you.
Let me get my gloves on.
We're just going to go into the neighborhood a little bit enough to turn around.
Okay. So we're leaving Havana Dreamers, and that, you know, I've been told, or like I said earlier, I've been told to get a Cuban sandwich. Make sure you get a Cuban before you leave Tampa. And holy shit, that was one of the best sandwiches I think I've had in a long time. It was better than the sandwiches I had yesterday. Dude, I can't get over how good that sandwich was. That was a good ass sandwich. Like that steak sandwich I had yesterday was amazing, but that sandwich was something else.
Yeah. It's a Cuban.
Right?
Get a fucking Cuban.
I know, that's what I was just saying on here. I was like, man, people told me left and right, get a Cuban. I see why. Dude, I thought that pickup was gonna pull, huh? I thought that truck was gonna pull out in front of you. That white one?
Oh, that's why I was laying on my horn.
Yeah, see, I couldn't hear your horn. I started slowing down though. Whew. Dude, that's badass.
Pulls out in front of me, dude. There's gonna be hell to pay.
cameraman, bitch.
You know what? I'm okay. Most of this waste contains chemicals.
Say that again.
Most of this waste, when in doubt, get a bigger hammer, guaranteed.
That's not what you were supposed to say.
Waste. Wait for it.
What's up, Theo? Yes!
It only took 3 hours. So we just got done working on the Sportster. We didn't get everything done that we wanted to do to it. You know, we had a whole list. We fought and fought and fought with this race for hours. I mean, it did not go as planned whatsoever. We went and got a bigger hammer and got the proper tools to get it out. Finally got it out and got the new neck bearings in, got it all put together. And I ran out of time because I'm trying to get back to Tampa. But, you know, for working on motorcycles, I really enjoy working on bikes. You know, I'm kind of new to the whole concept of working on motorcycles, but I I've worked on tractors and trailer trucks and cars and hell, even an airplane once. Just like a small engine plane. Rotary motors. I've worked on a lot of different things, and it's interesting doing new stuff, you know, working on new things. I love, one of my passions is working on stuff, working on different things, fixing things, tinkering. I love it, you know, it's what I love to do. Granted, I got burnt out on heavy mechanics. That's what I used to do for, you know, as a profession. That's what I went to college for, is with John Deere. I went to a little school in Beebe, Arkansas called Arkansas State University. They have a program specifically for John Deere. Went through, passed it. I've got the plaque on the wall. I don't do anything with it though, but it's there. You know, I grew up around mechanics. My dad, he used to have his own 18-wheeler shop. We used to have 3 18-wheelers with as a family. And, you know, that's how I grew up. I grew up turning wrenches. You know, it's part of my blood, I guess. But I love it. I love every minute of it. Especially the satisfaction you get when you turn that key or hit the start button and it fires up. Yeah, that is one of the most satisfying things I think I've ever experienced. But like I said, we just got done hanging out with Moto B-Ball. We're headed back up to the Dirty Shame to go have a couple beers. We're gonna go back to the room, get some sleep, because tomorrow we're headed to Orlando, and then we're gonna ride over to Daytona. And that's where pretty much I'm gonna be spending the rest of the week, is Daytona. Thursday, which will probably be its own separate video. Me and my girlfriend, who lives in Daytona, like I said before, she's originally from Arkansas, moved down here about 4 years ago, ready to move home. But Thursday we're going to Disney, and we're gonna go spend the day there, have us kind of a date day, and we're gonna go eat. While I've been down here, I had a list of food places to try out, and I didn't get to knock all of them out, but I got to knock out Coppertail, Zydeco, and a Cuban sandwich. I haven't had a grouper sandwich yet. That's something that's been suggested to me a lot. But I know tomorrow when I'm going through Orlando, I'm stopping at the famous Ace Cafe. I know that's a big car and motorcycle spot, so I'm really looking forward to that one. Hey, tomorrow we're gonna head off to Daytona. You know, Tampa's been really good to me. You know, there's good people here. You know, I got to hang out with a lot of really cool people, and I've had a hell of a time, honestly. I've had one hell of a time here. And the week's just starting. I mean, I've only been in Florida. I haven't been in Florida officially for 2 days yet. And I've already done more than what I planned on doing when I came down here. I've been to biker bars. I've been to 2 different Harley Davidson dealerships. One of them which is Burt's Barracuda. It's over in St. Petersburg, Florida. Back to what I was saying. I've been to, you know, biker bars. I've been to the Dirty Shame. I've got to hang out with some of the Shadetree crew and sit there and drink with them. You know, I've been to 2 different Harley Davidson dealerships. I've eaten a lot of good food. Already this trip so far is, you know, I've done way more than what I had planned on doing down here. Still haven't been to the beach yet. But I've seen people commenting on like the post that Shadetree made about my trip down here, and even on my own stuff. You know, people asking me what kind of bike this is. Are you sure it's a Sportster? You know, how big is your tank? Things like that. And you know, I think I'll make a video kind of going over the bike once I get back. You know, because I still have to make it home. These few days here were just kind of for my motorcycle, you know, motorcycle related stuff, you know, making moto vlogs, riding with other people, working on bikes if I can, you know, just having a good time, learning a lot, stuff like that, you know. And this whole trip has been one of the craziest, most fun, terrifying experiences I've ever had so far. You know, it's been a hell of a journey, and we still have we got 4 hours just to ride tomorrow. But man, wasn't so damn expensive to live down here, I would honestly considering moving down here. Just to have more people to ride motorcycle with, just to be able to explore new places and go, you know, eat a lot of food. Even though I'm fat, you know, I'm fat. I'm 360 pounds, maybe more, depending on the last time I weighed myself. Maybe closer to 390. You know, I'm short. I'm 5'8", 5'9". I don't know where I was going with that. I kind of lost my train of thought. These, like I said, these few days were for my motorcycle content, or for my motorcycle stuff. You know, it was for me personally, you know, to grow as a rider, to grow as a cyclist or a motorcyclist. You know, teach me things. And overall, this has been one of the craziest experiences. You know, I've learned a lot. I've learned more about my bike and myself than I could have ever possibly learned just staying in Arkansas. And sometimes, you know, sometimes you gotta get on, I'm not saying, you know, necessarily get on a motorcycle and ride halfway across the country with improper planning. I kind of went over this, I think, earlier. I'm not really sure how I'm going to split all these videos up. I know it's going to be a bunch of different parts. But if you want to go on an adventure, don't be afraid. Go on that adventure. Do it. You know, kind of like the meme. Just do it.
Do it! Just do it!
You know, go. Get on your bike. Ride wherever one you want to. Take the time off work. You know, like I was saying before, we live once. You know, we live one time. That's all we get. If you don't do what you have to do or you want to do in this one time, you'll never get it done. And I mean, I know that's kind of rhetorical, but you get what I'm saying, hopefully. You know, do what you want. And I don't mean, you know, criminal activities and go out there and, you know, fuck some shit up or whatever, but go on the adventure, you know. Do what you want. Experience life. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. You know, live your life. You know, my dad, and I love my parents. I love them to death. You know, they've helped me through so much in my life. You know, they've been there for me when I needed them, but they are the most scared. Well, my mom is. You know, my dad's, he thinks everything that you do is kind of dumb. But, you know, it's his personal opinion. You know, he's scared of everything. Oh, you're gonna ride a motorcycle across the country, but, you know, that's dumb. Why are you gonna do that? Something's gonna happen. You know, he's very negative. You know, my mom is scared of the world, and it's, you know, like I said, I love my parents, but sometimes, you know, they told me this whole trip was just a crazy ass idea, and maybe they were right. You know, I'm just gonna cut all this part out probably, but yeah, maybe they were right. They might be right, but you know, I guess the point I'm trying to make is, you know, don't let people tell you you can't do something. I was told before I left, you can't ride that bike across the country. There's no way you can do it in one trip. There's no way you'll make it. It's not possible. I just proved it was. You know, and I know, referring back to those comments and everything on that Instagram post, you know, I know there's people out there that's rode Honda Groms across the country and things like that, but you know, it's still, you know, it's a feat. You know, it's still a challenge, and I still took that challenge and did it. And I'm not trying to suck my own dick or anything, but what I'm trying to say is, it's possible. If you put your mind to something, you can do it. It's possible. A lot of people, even like Shadetree Surgeon said, you know, a lot of people tell you, hey, you can't do this. It's not possible. You can't go long distances. You know, your tank's not big enough, blah, 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 blah. I stopped every 100 miles. I have a 4.5 gallon tank. You know, I still stopped every 100 miles. So I'm telling you, whoever you are, whatever you want to do with your life, you know, this is what I wanted to do. There's a lot of people like me that's wanted to do this. Get out there, get on that bike whenever you get the chance, and do it. Go ride. Put some miles on your soul. Because eventually, you're not going to be able to. I'm 26 right now. One of the main reasons for this trip, you know, me and my girlfriend, she's moving back to Arkansas in June. You know, we're moving in together. She has a daughter. She's almost 5. You know, I'm fixed to be a family person. You know, that's something I've wanted for a long time. I'm gonna kind of get personal with y'all here for a minute, and I know this is like one of Anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm gonna get kind of personal with y'all here for just a minute. You know, a long time now, I've been wanting to be a family man. You know, I've been wanting to have a family and things like that. That's what I wanted my future goals to be after I got my life somewhat balanced. And I'm not saying that I got my shit together, because what sane person has their shit together? No, very few. I'm not going to say nobody, but very few people do. Very few regular, you know, just anybody. You know, because what kind of person has their shit together? Nobody. Nobody has their shit 100% together. I don't care who you are, how much money you've got, you know, what your lifestyle is. There's no way. You know, there's problems in your life. Regardless, though. You know, that's something I've always wanted. I've wanted a family. And my girlfriend, you know, we've been together now for we've known each other for 5, 6, 7 years. I don't know, 4, 5, 6 years, something like that. But, you know, we've recently been dating. You know, about 6 months ago. 5, 6 months ago. And, you know, we decided, once she moves back to Arkansas here in a couple months, we're moving in together. You know, we're going to get us a place, preferably bigger than my current place that I'm staying, even though it is a 2-bedroom, but it's small. You know, she has a 5-year-old daughter, or fixing. She has a daughter, and she's fixed to be 5. You know, I'm gonna get that family I wanted, and I know it's not gonna be perfect. Nothing's perfect, but that's what I want. You know, it's a growing experience. It's something I've dreamed about for years. Anyway, guys, as always, you know, I want all you to take care of yourselves. Be the best that you can be. Do what you do. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.